today's video, I'm showing you an installation of a smart switch for my lights in my basement. And what makes this a little bit different, one, I have to create a spot for this. I'm not just replacing a light switch that's already there. Now that's usually simple enough, but with a smart switch, you have to have a white wire, a neutral in the box. And so that's what makes these a little bit different, because sometimes your light switches can be wired without a white wire. And so it's important to note what you're going to need in the box to install a smart switch. So as with anything, make sure you do this before you start. Cut off your power, and I'm going to be careful, but I want you to know I'm not giving you electrical instruction here. If you're not comfortable doing this, then don't do it. I am not an electrician. I do have a lot of experience. I know how to be careful, and I will show you specifically though the wiring for your smart switch as I set it up in the box. So let's take a look at this. So I'm reconfiguring my lights here by putting in a Tapo smart switch for my basement. And so currently these lights are a motion activated light. So when we first moved in, we had the old pull light switches, and there were several in the basement, so it was an incredible pain to go turn them all off. So I converted everything to motion detectors at one point, and they were great, except now that we're using this part of our basement as a kind of a game room, and even sometimes kids sleep down here, having a motion light doesn't work real well. And so I also don't want a light switch that will just stay on, so that's where having a smart light down here, I can also have it set to go off if it's been left on. And so we're going to hook it up about right here to reconfigure a couple of things with the lights, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal. So I've had these Tapo smart switches on hand for quite a while, because this is a project that I've been intending to do for quite a while. You know how that goes, right? So everything's shut down today because of a snowstorm, so today is a good day to work on this. But these smart switches they're pretty sleek in terms of their size. That's one of the issues I've had in the past with smart switches, is some of them are so big they will hardly fit in the space that you have intended for them. So they do come with their own covers. I hope that this will work for what we're doing. So, like that. I don't want a switch downstairs that stays on all the time. Either set them to go off or just click on my phone to make them go off, so I don't have to walk all the way downstairs. So one of the things about wiring a smart switch is it has to stay connected to power supply. And so it's a little bit different than typically wiring just a light switch. But with a smart switch, you're going to have to keep power to it all the time in order for it to stay connected. So that's a couple of the ways that it has wiring here, and I will go through the instructions when I actually connect this one in terms of how to wire this smart switch. All right, so what I've set up here is a line that's in. That's why I've labeled it red, because then I've also labeled it at the top red. And then this would be the line that comes out. And then I have my neutral, which has to connect here to the white. And then I have my ground wires. The reason I have two is I ran a pigtail into the box here because we are using metal boxes and conduit, so I will go ahead and ground it here at the box. If the wires in your box do not have a ground wire, in my case, it would be okay. I just go ahead and leave it. You might cap off the ground wire, but it's not a big deal. It's better to have it grounded, but if it's not, it will still work. So the main thing with connecting a smart device like this is to make sure that your wires connect the right way. Now that's why they're color coded. In a lot of places you're just going to connect the right colors, but you have two black wires, and so the one black wire that says line is going to connect to the power supply in, and then the black line that says load is going to connect to the power supply out. So whatever light switch you are wanting to operate, or fan or something else, then it's the first line in, the power source is your line, and then the load is what you are sending power to. And in this case, the line and the load are basically the same. That's why they don't label them individually. You're just connecting them when you turn the light switch on. Alright, before I turn the power on, I like to give my wiring a second look. Make sure I haven't forgotten anything or overlooked something. So, make sure that I'll cut the power on. Okay, moment of truth. You can see it lighting up, so I know it's got power. And the lights came on. Alright, let's set it up. Okay, I'm trying to get close enough so you can see the flashing red light right there. And so, I want to add device. Are we there? Alright, we're adding a switch. Oh, what is it? Let me go look. Okay, I couldn't figure out which one of these 505s it is, so I'm just going to try the first one. Yes, it's wired. Is it blinking? Yes. Choose my network, put in my password. Alright, we're connecting to our network. So we're going to name this one Basement Green Room Smart Switch. So this switch will control several lights down here. So it's just going to be basically the basement lights. We're going to run an update on it, and then I'll look at the setup in terms of the settings for it. So here you have it. We finished setting it up. It updates firmware. So I'll show you the app. So here's a look at it set up in the Tapo app. Of course, you can tell I can turn the power off and on with that. Let's look at what else you can do when you have a Tapo installed. So you can set up schedules. You can put it on a timer. You can also set it to an away mode. So it will also tell you, this is neat, how long it's been on today and this week or this month. So that's pretty neat in terms of keeping up with your power usage. And like any smart light, then you're going to be able to set it up with other routines. This picks up in most of my other smart apps in terms of household usage. One of the reasons I had chosen this one in terms of a product was it's a good price, and I've been using these other two as my porch lights, which automatically turn on and off every night, and so I've really come to trust the Tapo product, and so I was excited and very pleased to install another one here in my basement, and now I have one more to put in somewhere. So I hope that was helpful to you if you're trying to figure out how to wire a smart switch or whether or not to install one of these Tapo ones. I like the way it looks, functions, simple, smooth, clean look, and it does have a couple buttons here at the bottom, but they're pretty much hidden, so good product.